Hey guys, welcome back. Last time we went to trial. Morgan has not gone against her niece, shocker to no one. Eenie Meenie is dual wielding personalities, we'll say. And we fortunately got a recess because we're like trying to figure out a way to give why it took Eenie Meenie 6 months to do all this. Is it really true about my aunt?
I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Eenie could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your Aunt Morgan.
That's terrible. Why would my aunt? Everything is just going just how I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I really want to do a Francesca Von Karma cosplay. I really do. I really just love her aesthetic. Until we get to the point where she pulls a Boa Hancock and like kicks puppies or something. I'm like, I don't think there's anything yet that she has done that I'm not like, yeah, I love her.
Miss Von Karma! Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad.
Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation?
Looking down on me, even though we're the same age?
Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering.
Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat.
But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back.
Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is.
Yeah, she just has like a really cool getup. I really love it.
Let's get back in there. Yeah, I really actually kind of do like some of the fashion of Phoenix Wright, which is weird when you look at some of the designs. Court will now reconvene, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you prove Miss Eenie Meenie had a motive?
Yes, I believe I can. Eenie Meenie and Dr. Gray only had one point of connection. And that is a car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Meenie, please testify to this court about your car accident last year.
Huh? I thought, like, you wanted to, like, ask about my, like, motive. I, like, don't see the point in, like, bringing up the past.
Miss Meenie, if you please.
Okay, like, I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... That was, like, last year in May. Like, something really bad had happened at, like, my sister's clinic around then. And, like, the night of the accident, my sister was totally tired while she was driving. I was, like, totally pooped too, so I, like, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, like, woke up because of a jolt, and, like, it was a sea of flames around me. I, like, opened the door and, like, got away.
I'm gonna say this feels kind of contradictory to the fact that she was brought in with massive burn wounds. But we don't have the information for that.
I think I've heard of this incident. It was all the talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year.
Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. Those were merely rumors. Totally baseless gossip.
Yes.
Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Meanie's sister.
Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle.
Okay. Let me look and see. Okay, so that's the 24th. Okay. Last year in May, something really bad happened. she was totally tired and she was asleep. Okay. What's this?
She was totally tired. You mean exhausted?
Like, she had to talk to the police and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. It was, like, a totally terrible situation.
It's no wonder then that the car accident happened, huh? So then, why didn't you ask to switch places?
Huh? Like, what are you talking about?
I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her.
True. But, like, I don't, like, have a driver's license.
This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Meanie.
Miss Meanie, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay, anyway. I was, like, totally pooped out, so I fell asleep. I, like, woke up, got away, and, like, didn't have a license, so I couldn't take over driving for her.
Which isn't true because we have her license.
Objection!
Miss Meanie, that was a lame lie just now.
Like, what do you mean?
I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license.
What is the meaning of this meeting? Also, isn't there like a registry or something that they can check?
That's right. Yeah, I had like a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. They wouldn't have had the picture.
No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hody, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so.
What? Are you talking about that perverted fake clinic director?
Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. And how did you know he was perverted?
No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Isn't this information like, not public record, but like there is a like on file record of it? Isn't this something that they could in theory check?
Like, last November?
What? November?
The accident happened last May. That's half a year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What in the... That's what happened, Mr. Ray. At the time of the accident, Miss Meanie did not have a driver's license.
Cry and my whip will accommodate. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister would not have switched drivers. Couldn't switch.
I'm like, glad you get it, but like, even if I had my license, I like, don't think my sis would have like let me drive.
Don't just stand there to yourself.
Not you too, Mia. With the whip and the pain and the ow.
Miss Meanie, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway?
That's because...
I think the situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Miss Meanie, if you please.
Like, how annoying. Oops, like, sorry. Didn't mean to be mean. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car.
Girly Pop is a nurse. She ain't making that much.
She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob driver drive my car. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too.
I see. Bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question a witness.
I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but...
There's no way she could afford the payments on a sports car.
That would have been millions of yen.
I want to press that.
It was a new car?
Yeah. She had, like, just gotten it. It was like from the UK.
UK? Are those her boyfriend's initials? Who has less brain cells, the judge or Eenie Meenie? Just asking for a friend.
And it was a really special model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive.
I guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic.
Really don't know anything. I have a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor, please have the witness append to what she just said to her testimony. You mean the part about it being a special import car?
Yes.
Well, if you like cars that much, then
That's not my point. Though, to be honest, I don't know what the point is either.
Miss Meenie, would you please fix your testimony?
Sure, whatever.
It's a totally special import model. Hold on. I'm gonna check this. Okay, hold on. Because they're saying something about the fact that it's an import. So let's bring this up. Hold on, I'm gonna press it first. I don't know if this will do anything. You know what? I'll just ask anyways. Let's start. Why? Okay. They're expensive and the driver's seat is opposite of the car, so you're in the state. Okay, so they really did, like, set this up for the US. Here's my question, though. If this was in Japan, would they have switched the UK with some other country in Europe? But then you can't have the UK unless they would have just said EU. I'm curious about that, like how this would have been in Japan, because Japan and UK have their driver's side on the right, so it would have lined up there. But like for the States, this works. Seems there's no benefit to owning one. Like, huh?
The whole steering wheel is on the right side of things. It's kind of goofy, isn't it?
Ew, what do you know? That's sleek shake, the dirty engine, the wild way starts, the raw feelings, changes, cool breeds.
Forgive me. Her personality really changes at the drop of a hat.
It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case. Okay. Oh, there's something very big here. It's going to be hard to break such a natural sounding. We have to attack it, and by doing so, a flaw will show itself. It has to.
You really think so?
Believe. There is a path. I know it.
Almost sound like a prophet for a second there.
Okay. Okay. So I guess now we can show this clip, although granted there's nothing in it that says where it went.
Objection!
Miss Meenie, do you remember this article?
Huh?
It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it, but I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it?
Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that?
Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat, the left or the right?
Well, it's on the right side because the driver's on the left side.
That would be if it were an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car.
Opposite?
The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would have been the left side.
What do you mean by this?
Miss Meenie, you said that you had escaped using the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat.
Order in the court! Order! Mr. Phoenix Wright is babbling nonsense again. Eni said that the person who was driving was her older sister, Mimi Meanie.
That is what Eni said, yes. But that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix. Looks like you finally found the real root of this murder. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Eni or Mimi? Who was really driving that night? Okay.
Hold on. Because here's my thing. If Eni was driving... Hold on. Okay. This makes sense now. So Eni was in the passenger seat. Mimi was driving.
The answer is the one person who had her driver's license, Mimi Meanie. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive.
But you just said the witness was Eni Meanie was the one in the driver's seat.
Which leads us to the next question. The next question. Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now?
What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? This witness's name is...
Now I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness's real name is... Take that! Mimi Meanie. That is your real name.
Of all the foolish dribble! Then how do you explain her appearance?
The witness had several facial burns when she was admitted to the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture.
Facial reconstruction surgery?
This is the picture she gave to the doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister.
No! But Mimi Meanie, she died in the car accident.
That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case.
Then, the body they found at the crash site.
That was the body of the real Eni Meanie. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi Meanie?
That would explain how she knew.
That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Eni Meanie.
That would also explain why she knew about cars.
Her sister Mimi then stole her face and was reborn as Eni. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Meanie from existence.
Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray. What do you mean? What is the meaning of this nonsense?
Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Meanie. However, that would not have been possible, because Mimi Meanie was still, in fact, alive. And that fact would have been discovered if the channeling had been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs.
And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed.
Well, Miss Von Carmen... Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right, I admit it. My real name is Mimi Meanie. That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi too. So close.
But
why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself to become your own sister?
I think I understand why. Mimi Meanie wanted herself to disappear because of this.
We have to pull up the first one, right? Yeah, clipping number 1.
Take that! That's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Meanie. That's right. That's right. The person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Meanie had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister.
The timing couldn't have been worse.
14 patients dying in that incident, and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear.
I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way.
She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister.
Unbelievable. Playing beyond my wildest imagination. A jerk. Only hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo jumbo.
Mumbo jumbo.
Becoming Eni has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it. I hate it all. I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as why did Miss Meanie choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fay to agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear.
The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay.
This is preposterous! I'm perfect! You didn't have all the information, but that's fine. Me? Franziska von Karma?
I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss Von Karma. How about you? It's going to be a broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is.
And one more for good measure. Phoenix! Hang in there, Phoenix! Phoenix! This court is a fraud! A sham!
Now then,
Looks like there'll be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness, so I'll go ahead and pronounce the verdict.
not guilty.
I love that little fact that it's like you don't. I wish like you could just see Phoenix just like knocked out on the ground. That is all. This court is adjourned. Wow, it took us a while to wake up. Congratulations, Maya. Sis! I don't understand why the hair doesn't change. It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis! Sis! I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis, my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right.
There's still one thing I don't quite get.
What's that?
What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot.
I think Mimi had planned to open the chamber door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fay who had just committed a murder.
She had planned it down to the smallest detail, huh?
Nick!
Congrats, Maya.
Thanks! Looks like you bailed me out of another jam.
Well, you know.
But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First, my sister, and now my aunt.
Hey, Nick, tell me. Tell me why my aunt did something so horrible. Why would she help Mimi Meanie with a plan like that? I don't understand it, Nick.
Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be?
Please. I need an answer.
The reason Morgan helped Mimi with the plan was... I'm pretty sure it's with the mom, right?
Oh, it's Pearl. Oh, Pearl's 8. I've been calling her 6. Yeah, because we don't have anything for Misty.
Take that!
Pearly?
4 years from now, a new master will be born into Karain Village. And that person will be you, Maya.
And?
But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear, and what would happen then?
The Branch family. My aunts.
No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearl's.
Ah!
Everything was done for her sake. It was also that Pearl's would become the next master.
Yeah, I can see that.
Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying... I thought so.
Ooh. My precious Pearl. You're the only one suitable to be the master of Karain, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder, and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl, that Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. The chance will present itself. Your time will come. And that is it for episode 2, Reunion and Turnabout. We have episode 3, Turnabout Big Top. I'm really excited because I think we still get more Francesca, and I'm happy about that. But that will be next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time. I don't imagine that it'll be something involving Francesca needing us, like kind of how it was with Edgeworth. Yeah, Edgeworth. I said Edgeworth on accident, my bad. But I'm very curious. So, I'll see y'all then. Bye.